Hello and welcome back to another reaction. In this occasion, Wakfu episode 13. So yeah, last time we saw the end of this 3 episode arc of this sports arc. I think it was golf ball episodes. So yeah, it was a very interesting one. I love those 3 episodes. They were full of action, full of comedy, and especially I love the last goal after the freaking entire of the of the match. They entered in a draw, and of course, they have to score one last time to determine who is the real winner. So, yes, I love the intensity of that battle and the way it ended. It was just gorgeous. And again, I cannot get away from the painting. I think it's one of the funniest things I have ever seen. I love that painting, and I want that painting hanging in my room. I'm going to try to get that painting just because I really, really want to see that. But anyway, yeah, in the last episode of Wakfu, you mentioned an extra scene, and I just checked the last episode until the end. The only thing I saw were the kind of spoilers for the next episode, and I don't think is that important right now because I'm going to watch it now the next episode. So yeah, but I couldn't find in the extra scene. Perhaps the archive I download it doesn't have that extra scene because I really couldn't find. I wanted to react to said scene, but I couldn't find it. So if you are so kind to give me the this file in which the extra scene is. I will be so grateful because yes, I just saw kind of the preview for the next episode, and it was just like 5 minutes ago, but I couldn't find it. I even recorded a small video, but nothing there. If you're talking about the scene in which he's just like kind of meditating, the football professional is kind of meditating, that's the extra scene. And then if I don't think it will be a lot of a reaction because I already see it right now. But I couldn't find that extra scene you were talking about. So yeah, if you want me to react to said scene, just send it to me. Or if that was the scene you want me to react, sorry about that. It wasn't so good at the reaction because it was just me leaning on the computer and trying to check for the new scene and getting ready the new scene. But anyway, sorry about that. So yeah, I think I spoke about this. And again, if you have the file, please just send it to me so I can react to it. But anyway, yes. Now we are facing a new episode, and I think it's going to be a serious episode because last time we saw there was kind of the robot from the Time Age. So I am curious to see what is going to be developing right now. But yeah, let's cut this and watch the episode, shall we? What? What are we looking? There's something deeper here. Okay. I'm gonna speak about this in the commentary. What is going on? You're literally a time mage. Oh, we're back with the tree. Yes. Oh. Something heavy is happening. And something heavy is appearing. Just look at the size of that thing. What the hell? Yeah, running away, yes. With obvious reasons. What? What is going on? Oh, he's killing the tree. Oh! Nox! Oh! Oh! Oh man! He's going to kill him? What?
Qu'est-ce que tu m'as soigné? Je ne comprends pas.
Crois-moi, ça ne sert à rien de tout vouloir comprendre.
Et mon fils Hugo, que lui as-tu fait?
Rien pour l'instant. Mais je sais où il est. Et j'irai bientôt à sa rencontre.
Mais qu'est-ce que tu lui veux à la fin? Ce n'est qu'un petit garçon. Quoi?
Oh man!
Rien à voir avec tes histoires.
Le monde entier a à voir avec mes histoires, limitrophes. Femmes, enfants, végétaux, animaux.
Pauvre cinglé, qu'est-ce que tu fiches ici? Pourquoi m'avoir soigné?
Yes, why?
Exactement. Pour que quelqu'un sache que je suis désolé de ce que je vais faire au monde.
Espèce de...
Holy! And that was just this guy. I don't think the villain has anything to do with that. He just went away. Oh, we're going to see his face! Come on, show me his face! Oh, you're not going to show me, aren't you? God damn it. Oh. Okay, that looks delicious.
Vu le mal qu'on s'est donné, j'espère que ça vous plaira.
Yeah.
Quel mauvais caractère vous avez.
Oh, with even chopsticks.
Ça vous énerve à ce point, on n'a qu'à se répartir les corvées.
Alors là, pas question. Ce soir, je vous prends au dé. Faites la bouffe.
Okay.
Comme tu veux.
Okay. Pepin. Oh, that is nasty. What? Oh, it's the freaking robot. Yes, it must be the freaking robot. Pompa. Oh yes, I just hear the name Pompa.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
What? What the hell?
Non, la carte. Qu'est-ce qui lui est arrivé? Je dirais que quelqu'un l'a arrachée et en a mangé des petits bouts. Remarque, c'est pas plus mal. Elle commençait vraiment.
Yes, but how the hell are you going to get?
Mais
Oh.
comment on va faire pour trouver l'île de masse sans elle?
Écoute, si elle nous a pas menti, il suffit d'aller tout droit. Tout droit.
Ce n'est pas le plus urgent. Moi, ce qui m'inquiète vraiment.
Yes, exactly. There is something there.
Pas ça, qu'est-ce que tu veux dire? La carte ne s'est pas arrachée.
Yes.
Nous avons un 8e passager, les amis. Et quelque chose me dit qu'il ne va pas s'arrêter là.
What the hell?
C'est le 8e passager.
I don't think that's blood, but that really looks like blood. What the hell is that?
Ne me dites pas que c'est du...
On te le dit.
No, we won't say it. Oh god.
Attention, Eva, on sait pas ce qui se trouve derrière.
What the hell?
Allez, on s'en va, on fait comme si on n'avait rien.
What
On est des héros, on ne va quand même pas avoir peur d'une porte qui claque. L'un n'empêche pas l'autre.
is behind the door? Oh,
Voilà, ça ne valait pas la peine d'en faire.
I don't think that Wing can do that.
Bah quoi?
What the hell? What happened to him?
Pimpin, qu'est-ce qui lui est arrivé? Il respire à peine.
What?
Décidément, notre passager clandestin ne nous veut pas que du bien.
Are you serious?
Reviens par ici, petit gamin, c'est dangereux.
Are you serious, man? Of course. He's going to sacrifice everything for a car. What? But what exactly happened to him?
Intérêt à rester groupé et à bien fouiller le bateau.
I don't know if it's a robot of the true villain, or if the villain is a robot. What? Dude, save them! Save her! What is exactly the monster?
Non! Il faut arrêter les
And what are you going to do?
bien que la chose a attendu qu'il fasse nuit pour passer à l'action. Elle a l'avantage dans le noir.
Yes! Then what?
On va dans la soute, on se planque et on attend le lever du jour.
Are you serious?
On s'occupe de nos amis avant. Pas question? Comment ça, pas question? Je te préviens, si tu me suis pas, je saute et ce sera ta faute.
Are you serious?
Très bien. Adieu, Hugo.
I knew it!
Amalia, qu'est-ce qui t'arrive? Hugo, sors-moi de là.
Oh, it's like a spider!
Une toile d'arachne, je n'arrive pas à l'arracher. Une toile d'arachne? Non.
Yeah, the spider is laughing.
C'est pas moi.
Oh, that is.
Qu'est-ce que c'est que cette horreur? Qui es-tu et que veux-tu?
On se connaît, Hugo. Très bien.
That is the map?
Qui que tu sois, tu as
That is the voice of the map.
On se connaît même tellement bien que je sais que tu tires ta force de tes portails.
Yes, that is the map. That is the face of the map and the voice. Oh.
Si prévisible.
Yeah, because the map is a demon. Yes, and he just captured a friggin' spider.
Courage et le puissant Rubilac sont tous deux échoués.
Que vas-tu faire de nous maintenant, Gruffon?
Je ne sais pas, moi. Il faut que je choisisse entre
Yes, but how the
Pour
hell?
laisser mourir de faim. Pour triste pain, je sais déjà. Je vais lui faire manger toute la caisse de fruits rouges.
Et après, qu'est-ce que tu feras?
Après, je sais pas.
He doesn't even know.
Passer des mois sur ce bateau sans savoir où aller.
Peut-être, et alors?
Pourquoi tu ne m'aiderais pas à retrouver ma famille?
Quoi? Mais tu rêves, toi! Je suis un chouchou. Depuis le début, je vous mène en bateau. Je ne vous ai jamais emmené là où vous vouliez. Enfin, si, une ou deux fois, mais c'était sur la Qu'est-ce que je me suis bien marré.
Griffon, si tu m'aides à retrouver ma famille, je m'engage à devenir ton gardien.
Mon gardien? Mais c'est impossible. Seuls les chouchous majeurs ont un gardien.
Yes, exactly.
C'est pas des choses à dire à la légère, ça, gamin, tu le sais. C'est un peu comme une demande en
Je ne le dis pas à la légère. Si tu veux, je deviens ton gardien. Je te porterai, je veillerai à ne pas t'oublier. Et surtout, je m'assurerai que tu ne sortes jamais de
Ok, alors faisons ça. Je te libère et... Oh.
Pas besoin. Ma parole ne vaudrait rien si je te l'avais donnée sous la contrainte.
And she's got. Yes, of course. Those dice are fiction. Oh, he lost! Yes, I thought he was. Oh.
Dis-moi, Gruffon, on arrive dans combien de temps à l'île d'Oma?
Le fait que tu sois mon gardien ne te dispense pas de le demander.
Tu rêves. C'est fini l'époque de la flatterie. Si tu me réponds pas, je te donne à manger à
That was the main villain.
T'es pire que Rubilax. On arrive dans 5 jours.
5 days.
5 jours de corvée pour Ruel. Le pauvre.
Non seulement j'ai grillé la triche de ce vieux radin, mais en plus, je me suis mis les 2 cruches dans la poche.
Actually, it is pretty fair.
T'es irrécupérable.
Eh, chouchou d'un jour, chouchou d'un
Oh, he held that. Okay, yes. Stop right there. So yeah, I just watched the 13th episode. At the beginning, it was very, very deep, and it gave me a little bit of information about the main villain. But the rest is kind of a funny story, a scary story, but funny at the end. But yeah, I'm gonna watch this again, and well, be back with my comments. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm back. I just watched a second time the 13th episode of Wakfu. Yes, at the beginning I thought it was going to be a lot more serious than it turned out to be. But let's go again, little by little. First, we saw, of course, this is my pure guess, but the pass for Nox, the time mage. This is the pass for him. This was before he was, well, this time mage, this kind of robot that we see in the in the episode, on the episode he has appeared. He's collecting Wakfu for something, and my guess is that he wants to bring back his family, because I assume we're watching, or this vision, this first vision, is a memory of his family. That is my pure guess. That is something fascinating, because this gives this villain a lot more depth. At first, I thought he was just a villain because he wants to be a villain. Because he wanted power, because he wanted this stuff. That was his end goal. But apparently, his end goal is a lot different. Yes, he wants power, but his end goal is to, I guess, bring back his family. And this is just pure speculation. Of course, this makes him a lot more sympathetic villain. He is trying to get Wakfu, which is the vital force of this universe. Again, this is my guess. They haven't said that specifically, but that is what I assume. Because he wants to bring his family back. That is just pure speculation. But of course, he's still a villain because he's stealing Wakfu from plants, from trees, from whatever source he can find. He doesn't care about the method in which he gets this energy. He just cares about the energy. So he's angry at the world. I guess the circumstances in which his family disappeared or died or whatever were not exactly fine. Perhaps it was an aggression from one of the monsters, or perhaps, I don't know, a soldier or an army. I'm not entirely sure. So that's the reason of his anger. And we saw in the last episode, we saw this. Well, not last episode. In this episode, we saw this kind of sick mentality again. The villains with the sick mentality. He went full on attack with this huge robot, enormous robot. Because yes, the tree that we saw in one of the first episodes, I think it was in the second one, the tree was very, very big, but it was dwarfed by the size of this machine, of this clock, and this giant robot, because he tried to absorb, of course, the energy from the tree. He was disappointed because apparently he didn't have as much energy as he thought. And he went visiting Hugo's father. And I thought he was going to kill him. But he reverted the problem that Hugo's father had. He was old, he was weak. But this time Edge just, I guess, revert time or cure him, as he called it, this old age. And he was, well, not as young, but very young in comparison to what he became. Yes, he looked old, he looked weak. When we saw him, when he was reading the postcard from Hugo, he looked very weak. The way he moved, the way he walked. But after that, he can move again with a lot of strength. Hell, he even destroyed part of his house. But we are not sure as to why this time mage choose to help his father. I am not entirely sure of anything, and that is very, very intriguing. We get so little information, but the amount of information was enough for me to get deeper into the mind of somebody. In this case, the Time Mage, Nox. He's he's an odd one. He wants something, and he's going to do anything in his power to do so. Again, this is just mere speculation. This is something I am deducing. He was a farmer before. Thanks to his vision, we saw a field and we saw a family. My guess he was a farmer, or perhaps thanks to the field, he was a baker. I am not entirely sure what is exactly the deal there. Perhaps he was a farmer, but later on, and thanks to the tragedy that happened with his family, he became one of these called of the god of time, I guess, and he became this time mage. So he kind of appreciate the family aspect between Yugo and his father, and that's why he helped him, or he is going to need something else from the father, so he needs to help him. Again, this guy is a complete enigma so far from me. This is the things I have been deducing for the imagery they have showing me about this guy. But of course, this is just pure speculation. And now moving on in the episode. We go back to the ship, and they are in a good mood. Well, except Evangeline, because she ended up doing the dishes and the cooking and everything. But yeah, everybody's in a good mood, relatively speaking. Except Pippin. Oh, what was the pronunciation? Popin? Popin, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. He was just seasick. He couldn't handle it. Even the sword was making fun of him. I think it was Rovilax. I'm starting to learn the names. And of course the map, because he was just tied up in the outside of the freaking ship. The journey was fine. Everything was going pretty nice for them. But now we saw a little bit of a mystery, kind of a terror episode, kind of a scary episode, because yes, at the beginning the strange noise and the scream, but my guess is that the scream was actually Popping just trying to just hold his stomach, because yes, he ate berries, but it wasn't very good for his stomach. He tried to hold it. He was just poor guy, just terrible, in a terrible shape. And later on, we find out the culprit. Oh well, not the culprit, because in the first moment, it was his own fault. Pippin was the only one at fault, because he was eating something that he shouldn't have eaten. But later on, this creature was capturing every single one of the members of this party, and of course, the first one was Ruel, attracted again by the karma, and he was trapped, and we didn't see him later on. Then we have Evangeline, Amelia, and Yugo, and they were investigated because yes, the atmosphere in the boat was terrifying for them. For me, it wasn't that terrifying because it was full of silly stuff. So yeah, I couldn't get scared, but I understand the ambience they try to portray here. Um, we saw how Ruel was captured. We didn't see exactly how he was captured or when he was captured, and then they start to investigate. The next one, we hear a scream because again everybody's, oh, you saw something. No, I just imagined Real in the bathroom, and oh my god. And yes, the princess side of Amelia was just blooming in that moment. They were investigating, and once outside they captured Evangeline. Again, we didn't see the monster. She was captured and we didn't saw her in that moment. Amelia was so scared that, okay, just lock ourselves inside of the ship and wait until the day comes, because yes, the attacks started at night, but there is a good reason as to why. They try, well, She tried to convince Hugo that the best action was to hide themselves, and she was going to jump into the ocean, and it was going to be Hugo's fault. Bullcrap, and of course, Hugo didn't fall for that because, yeah, we saw the hand just holding to the freaking ship because she knew what she was doing. She's skillful enough, and Hugo knew that. We saw this, and Hugo was just so tired of that. Just, oh, seriously? And of course, okay, at the end he just get, okay, it's just a few minutes before sunlight, so yeah, sure, let's get hide inside. They hide, but it wasn't such a good idea because, again, this monster in this case captured Amelia, and later on we discover, of course, that it was the map, but the map in combination with a spider, and the way it was combined, the spider ate the map. And after that, and that is my guess, he just scrubbed the map, but somehow the map could grab into the freaking spider and fuse with it. It is disgusting, man. But sure, whatever. Whatever. Yeah. Um, Again, we saw this monster. We saw this kind of monster. And Hugo tried to reason with him. Well, first he tried to capture it. He didn't work because he was tied up with the spider web, and he tried to reason with him. Okay, you don't have a guardian. Perhaps I could become your guardian, and we can, well, get free from this. And just, oh, it's like asking me to marry you. I am not entirely sure how this works, but sure, whatever. But of course, this was a distraction because the little bird that was trying to free them, and yeah, he did it quite successfully. He freed them, and you capture the map and separated from the freaking spider. And I love the moment in which the bird liberates Amelia. Amelia, sorry. He just dropped it to the ground. Just I love that moment. It was pretty funny. And we saw, of course, the end of the map. He was just kind of put together, not very well, but he was kind of happy because he had a guardian. Because according to the show, the small shushos, I think it was the correct name, these demons, uh, don't have guardians, only the higher beings. And Rubilax is, I think, a 4 level demon, and the other guy, the Ring, we saw in the Vampiro episode, it was a 5 level demon, I think. So yeah, only high demons get guardians. So the map didn't have, but now he has because Hugo was his guardian according to him. And I think the only one he thinks that is the map. So yeah, the episode ends in a happy note. And again, I thought it was going to be a lot deeper because we saw the little robot. At the beginning, yes, we saw this being trying to attack the village and trying to attack, not the village, the giant tree, and successfully attacking him, draining all his energy. But the portion with Yugo, it wasn't that serious. It was, again, silly because, yeah, the consequences weren't very great because the monster didn't know what to do with them after he captured them. Yeah, again, I love the humor. We didn't saw a lot of action in here, but we saw a lot of humor, which is something I'm thankful. And we saw a little bit of history for the villain. For the first time, I kind of know better the villain, and I saw a lot more depth in there. Um, I Again, this is a hard episode to talk because it's very concise and not much happening except at the beginning. And I think I spoke about that enough. So yeah, it's pretty hard to speak about this episode. It's a good reaction because it's very funny, but it's harder to comment on it. I'm really eager to see what is going to happen next. I hope we get a lot more information, and I hope we saw the villain again because, yes, I'm fascinated by this villain. I love his powers, I love so far his history because something deeper is there, something a lot more interesting is there. So, yeah, I think that's enough. The only thing I have to say is thank you guys for your comments, for your views, for your likes, for your subscriptions. Again, if you want to be a subscriber, please do. The link is below me. Just click on the bell so you can get notifications. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, again, the link is in the description below me. So, yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Bye.